What if they tell me to do something the Bible tells me not to do? And there's a very simple answer to that. Here's the thing. You can take a picture and just remind yourself. We submit at all points except when the law of man counteracts the law of God.
Christians, you want to submit to the government's law as long as they do not come against God, unless they come against the word of God and they are asking you to do something that is not of God. You do not come against the government. You submit to the authority that have been put in place. Submit to the police officer. Now, if the police officer is asking you to do some unsavory behavior, you ain't got to do that because that's against the word of God. But if he's telling you to get out of the car, then get out of the car. I don't know why y'all ain't figured out how's that situation gonna work out good. I just don't understand how, and I've been saying this for years. I told my children a long time ago, if the police officers say whatever they say to do, do it. I learned that a long time ago. I never forget, y'all. I never forget. Yeah, I was in Aiken, South Carolina, and back then, Aiken, South Carolina was not necessarily known for being kind to the. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It is what it is now. They weren't known for being. And so we was on this dark road. This was years ago. I was with this girlfriend that I had at the time, okay? And we was driving on the dark road and I had on my bright lights because it's so dark. And so the police came by, there was policemen. And I didn't know he was police. I didn't know. He came by and he flashed me, go, chip, 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 you know, with the bright light for me to turn my bright lights off. And I did it for a minute, but I turned them right back on. How about this man circles back around, comes up behind me with the light, and I'm confused. Why is this man stopping me late at night on this dark road? Come on, y'all. And listen now, this wasn't no 2026, this wasn't no 2020, this wasn't no 2023. This back in the day. Why this man stopping me? And so I was curious. So the man comes, wonder, even before the man comes, the young lady that I was with, she decided that she wants to be a street lawyer. She decides she wants to be a lawyer when being stopped by the police. Child, you can't do that. And that girl started hollering, why you stop us? What's going on here? Why you stop us? That don't make no sense. Why you stop us? And I thank God for this incident. Because the man said, hey, you need to be quiet. And so I started talking to the man again to find out where you had your bright light. And she starts up again. Yeah, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. What you gonna start? That's stopping us. That's just harassment. All this kind of nonsense. And the man cussed at her. He said, shut your mouth. He was a torch man. He said, it don't make no sense difference. Listen, if he had been African-American, he probably would have said, shut your, because she was loud. She just being rude. He trying to talk. I'm the driver. You're not driving. Why? And she just the talk. The man said, shut your, and if you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to run, because she kept on, because he told her a couple times. He said, shut your mouth, and if you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to arrest both of y'all. Let me tell you something. I then kicked in. I said, child, you need to shut up. You need to shut up right now. Because I'm not trying to get arrested over no bright light because you don't want to be quiet because you mad at him that he stopped us for something that you may feel is stupid. That wasn't stupid. Okay, maybe. But guess what? He said, turn off the light. Turn off them doggone bright lights. Turn them off. I don't care how dark this road. Turn them doggone bright lights off. Okay, cool, we good, baby. We good. And I turned it light and I got away without a ticket. But bottom line, nothing didn't happen to me nor her. That I didn't get arrested. I didn't get accosted. I didn't get lit up. I didn't get knocked out. Why? Because I had enough sense. And this was before all this stuff is happening in these last 20 years where folks acted a fool when they stopped by the police. I don't know why. I have a real problem. I have a real problem with these community leaders that don't come up and tell these folks to shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. When you're stopped by the police, shut your mouth. Find out what he got to say. And if you got something to say, meet him on the court. Meet him on the court date. Not out here in the middle of nowhere. Ain't nobody here but you and the police. Man, I ain't saying nothing. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be smiling. I'm going to give him my license and thing. And I'm gone. I'm going through all that. And the Bible tells you not to be doing all that stupid. Submit to authority. And see, what happens is, when Christians start making an excuse for not obeying the government's law, for not obeying the president, for not obeying your father, then it seeps into the home. And now you got a problem in marriage. Your children ain't gonna submit to you. Wife ain't submitting to you as unto the Lord. It's all jacked up. Why? Because there is an initiative, there's an agenda to corrupt the home. That's what the plan is. The plan is to corrupt the home. It's to take over the home. It's to make absent fathers and silly mothers and all this kind of, that's what the plan is. But we haven't figured out that this is the plan. And so we go with the plan instead of looking at this plan, the word, and finding out what God got to say about all these things. And this is why we got all these problems. All right, let's continue. Okay, so he's an avenger who carries out God's wrath. Therefore, one must be in subjection, not only to God's wrath, but also for the sake of conscience. For because of this, see, this is why you pay tax. For the authorities are ministers of God attending to this very thing. Understand? This is why you got taxes. This is why you have the law. This is why they have these things in place, because God has allowed for this. There is a reason, and you may not know all the reasons right now, but understand it's trusting in the Lord.